So today we're gonna do a barbell hip thrust. So this is gonna be a constant tension hip thrust. In this motion, you're gonna make sure you set up the bench right behind you, making sure it's parallel. In this movement, you're gonna make sure you use a barbell, making sure you use bumper plates, because once again, you can roll underneath. A very simple trick that I think people may forget is that you wanna use the bigger plate so you can actually get underneath it instead of having to put it on yourself as you push the weight up. And sometimes when the weight does get heavy, because remember, glutes are the biggest muscle in your body and they have the most amount of power. So I can guarantee that you cannot lift the barbell up onto your legs because it's gonna be a very hard movement. As you do this motion, you're gonna make sure your lats are on the padding and your scapula. You don't wanna be too high or too low. See, you don't wanna be down here and you don't wanna be too high on your neck. You wanna make sure your scapula sits on the bench perfectly. The next thing you wanna do is make sure you tuck your chin into your chest as you look straight ahead. Don't look backwards as you're coming up, because this will reduce the tension in your spine and change the movement up slightly. So, and put more risk. You're putting yourself more at risk. As you can see, you're gonna set the barbell with the pattern, setting up just at your hip bone, sit in a comfortable position. And your feet stance. So feet stance is gonna be another thing that you have to focus on. With feet stance here, you don't wanna be too far backwards, because if you go too far backwards, you're gonna hit a lot of those quads. You don't wanna be too far forwards as well. You wanna be just in the right position as when you thrust up, your feet's just slightly a bit over, just very slightly, but you don't wanna be too far backwards. So it's very important, feet positioning is there. Once again, everyone has their own sweet spot, so it's something you have to adjust and just focus on, can I feel my glutes in this motion? Can I feel it as I come down? Can I feel it as I come up? Keeping that constant tension in your glutes.